Hi guys, welcome to the video. So this time we are watching another 1v1 rank game in Warcraft 3, and I of course continue with my Pala rifle push. So we are playing as humans on the bottom side of the map, Lost Temple once again, and I have the green color here, and my opponent who is actually Fort 1 1775, interesting name, with the blue color, is on the top side of the map, and he is playing undead as well. So this is pretty interesting because that's kinda similar what we had last time in the previous game I showed you. That was also humans against undeads, and it was also the same map. I think he was maybe also blue or something. So basically the same scenario. We also spawned across the map, just is different locations, but basically the same situation. So we'll see how this player will actually tackle this challenge. Of course, it's a different player, so I'm expecting a little bit different strategy. For now, we definitely see that he's not making double crypt into the shop and other things. He's actually going for crypt and altar of darkness. Then he made ziggurat and also graveyard. So definitely seems like he might be going for some crypt fiends, or he wants to just get some closer drop-off point for wood, or maybe unlock some upgrades. We'll see. Now he goes for second ziggurat, so definitely not getting the shop anytime soon. He also didn't make sixth acolyte for scouting, so for now just staying really reserved. The positioning of the buildings is also not ideal. The ziggurats are pretty vulnerable here, and he kinda left an open space onto his villagers, so if I would be making some harassment, he would have huge problems defending this, but that's not really the case. And he's actually going for Crypt Lord first, so this is actually quite popular strategy right now. Of course, there was this tournament from Grabby recently for like $10,000 that actually was donated there by Blizzard, and some streamers were competing there, and it was mainly just Pala rifle strategies, and I believe the Crypt Lord fast expansion strategy, which was like an answer to it. So many people of course started using these strategies, and this is really powerful. I don't really remember these games, so we'll have to see how it actually goes, but I think he will go for the fast expansion. So let's see. His Crypt Lord is out, my Paladin will be out in a second. Of course we have to delay our hero a little bit with this strategy if I want to get the blacksmith and other stuff on time. So that is what we did here. Immediately bringing my militia, first rifleman, and my hero, and I'm going for the expansion immediately. Actually, he is going for a camp first here on the middle instead of going for the expansion immediately. So this is not immediate expansion, but I think he will still take it, and it will be a quick one. But we will see. For now, he's just trying to kill some units here. Yeah, maybe he wants to get the beetles first, just for some extra tankiness against the stronger camp on the gold mine. Because of course I have humans, so I don't have a problem with this. I can just kill it with militia. That's actually pretty easy for me. I was not tanking with the militia in the beginning to not lose any of them, but after we tanked with rifleman for a second, healed him, now I could have taken some damage, so I did that, and hopefully without any losses we defeated this. It's still not level 2, I believe. Actually it is, okay, that gave more than I expected. So we have actually level 2 Paladin, which is really good, and he's still level 1 Crypt Lord, only like 30%, but now he's going for the expansion. So yeah, he just accumulated some extra beetles. He even already has first Crypt Fiend and also 4 ghouls here, plus one more injured one at home. And this is actually, I think, not the best idea. He's placing down a necropolis and now going for Haunted Gold Mine. I never played this strategy, or maybe in the past, but I don't think actually. I always played undead with usual Coil Nova combo. So you just start with Death Knight, you go for Crypt Fiends, yeah, and then you just get Lich and statues, destroyers and things like that. But this strategy I maybe never played before, but of course I saw lots of videos about it, so I think it should work that you get the item that creates the unholy blight area on the ground, so you can place a ziggurat there for defense, and then you just immediately take the gold mine. You will make the haunted gold mine on it, but I don't think you are supposed to create necropolis this quickly. You can start with 2 main buildings for faster production, but I think this was a little bit too early, and mainly there should have been the ziggurat, because now if I would push that, it would definitely not defend itself. Of course my army is not as strong this early, so with so many units as what he has, I think I wouldn't be able to push that probably, especially when I'm also really injured from the camps. but if I would make a timing push and he still wouldn't have the ziggurats there, it might be harder, and especially if I would play, for example, Archmage, I would have the Water Elemental and lots of Footman, I would definitely be able to push this. But he was also probably relying on the bigger map, where it's way less probable that I will actually even find him, and then also check the expansion, yeah, so he definitely had more time, but we still don't even see the ziggurat after there is the area, so I'm not sure what he's waiting for there. Maybe he won't even make any ziggurats there. But for now he cleared the goblin shop on the right side of the map. Always on this map I like to clear the middle first. There is lots of camps around. Basically we have 4 camps here, then 4 camps here, and then also extra 4 camps here. So that's like 12 camps that are all pretty easy to kill, and it's just really quick farm for experience. But we are both already level 3, so his route is maybe even better because he also accessed some shops and other things. Plus he got the expansion, which I also cleared, so I also could get an expansion, but it's just not really suitable for this strategy, because expansion slows you down and you don't really want that. You want to get to the blood match as quick as possible and create the timing push there. So of course you already have the keep, blood match already producing, 6 minutes on like 50%, and here we see that I'm actually healing on the middle. While I think I already killed all the neutrals around the center, so there shouldn't be anything more. But here my paladin actually by mistake went through the middle, and I think we scouted him there. The question is if I was actually watching at that time. Maybe not. Enemy is now scouting me. He sent a carrion beetle here into my base, found me, started attacking the peasant here, so I will probably just react here, maybe with the blood mage, try to kill it. Yeah, that seems like the best solution here. Also gave me some nice experience to start with, so I definitely don't mind that. And we are just making more and more riflemen. We are already on 47 population, so I don't even wait for the priests. I have always my arcane sanctums pretty late usually, so I just make lots of riflemen, and we just go double hero riflemen, and the priests are just an addition that I add later, which I think is also totally fine. And here we see actually the enemy is going for this really strong camp near the Goblin Laboratory, where there is the Overlord, which I believe is the strongest ground neutral protector, or at least on these usual maps that are in the map pools. Maybe in some other environments like the Frost maps you'll have some big neutrals that are even stronger. Then you also of course have dragons in the corners, for example. Maybe not on this map, but somewhere. But this is definitely one of the stronger neutrals, so definitely a big hit for him, and it gave him a lot of experience. So now he's level 4, I'm still level 3, plus I'm splitting the experience now between 2 heroes, so that will be even harder to level up something. But he also got a shredder, so that means that he wants to start gathering wood here pretty effectively with that, and he wants to most likely take all of his ghouls into war. Here we see finally the enemy setting up some ziggurats. It just took me forever. The map is big, he also spawned across the map, so, and I didn't do any early scouting, which is kinda usual with the rifleman. So he had lots of time, and even though he was ultra slow with the defense, he still managed to set up many ziggurats here, and he will already have 1 Nerubian tower and 1 Spirit tower before I even get here. Plus 3 more ziggurats are being built. It's not the best position, he should probably build it in a circle around this, and maybe some more buildings in front of that, but it's still here protecting the expansion, so that's of course something I have to deal with now. He's not targeting it the best with the towers. I don't think he's targeting with them at all, so it's kinda good. But he started repairing, so I'll have a hard time actually destroying this. And now he ran here with all of his units. I'm trying to focus fire while kiting away, so we took down one of the Crypt Fiends, and he actually decided to just stand for a while and just shoot him while we drained the mana from his Crypt Lord. He was able to use 1 more Impale to stun my rifleman, which actually resulted with 1 kill there. But of course we are also dealing lots of damage now to the Crypt Lord. I decided to focus fire him because he has Town Portal, that's true, but he doesn't have any heals. He doesn't have any units that could heal him. He didn't have even the statues, and here before his Death Knight came, I was able to finish the Crypt Lord with my Holy Light from the Paladin, and we got a nice level 4 hero kill there. So it was really good. Of course I can't really continue pushing into this because of so many towers and more are being built. I would like to stop them, but it's not really possible when he also has so many units here. But at least we are getting some kills there, yeah, even some acolytes that he sent here. Not sure why he sent acolytes there. He's just slowing down his income. and he's also really safe here behind all these towers, so this is a really difficult situation now for me. I either need to get some siege units, yeah, either the mortars or tanks or something, or what I will maybe rather decide to do is that if he made 5 towers here, that means he invested lots of resources into defending that base, and that means that his main base might not be as fortified. He's also making some extra ziggurats there, as you can see. He's already on 90 unlocked food. I'm sitting on 68. Now I also finally went over the upkeep, so we are in low upkeep. I have 2 towers at home, getting some more priests, producing more riflemen. But yeah, here I decided to swap the bases, kind of figure out that we won't push into 5 towers, so I will rather try it here. Where there is also 1 tower plus the halls of death, which can shoot me, and he's also upgrading 1 more Nerubian tower here, but it's definitely still way less than on the other base, so I think this was probably the right decision. Plus I can maybe even destroy some important infrastructure here in this base. But yeah, we are transferring the mana. I don't think he should have enough mana now for a coil, so that should be fine. Electricity is getting a little bit damaged, but as you can see, he actually has 3 claws of attack, so lots of extra damage for him, plus rings of protection, so he's just fully stacked. He's tanky, he has damage, I can use him pretty nicely. Maybe it's actually better to put the claws of attack on the blood mage, because he's ranged, so we will utilize that more, but I'm mostly using him all the time to drain the mana or transfer mana, so he doesn't have as much uptime on the auto attacks, while the paladin, even though he's melee, is actually quite nicely hitting the enemies now, so I decided to rather keep the items on him, plus I wanted to have the rings there, because he needs to be tanky, it's harder to heal him. But now we also have some priests here, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. Here I decided to shoot actually with my rifleman on the Crypt Lord, while hitting the Death Knight with my paladin, so just kind of splitting the damage, and now the paladin is low when the Crypt Lord teleports, and I can quickly finish the Death Knight, and he'll also finish the Crypt Lord with another flash Holy Light, because we had the mana thanks to the Blood Mage. And even though now I'm getting kinda low on the paladin, he is still pretty tanky. I will just fully restore his mana now with the Blood Mage. There is no more enemy heroes from which I could drain more mana, but this is enough mana, we don't need more now. And this expansion, he's not even fully gathering that actually, because he lost the acolytes there by sending them into battle, and he didn't remake them. And now I started harassing also his base here, and the paladin there is kinda... He could have maybe blocked me there, fortunately he didn't do that. But I was kinda struggling there. I would probably have 2 town portal if he played it better here. Also my riflemen are slowly dying, but of course, yeah, he should be still fine. I'll just retreat with my paladin, start healing him with priests. If he comes out, maybe I already had the Holy Light again. I could have maybe finished him, but I like to mainly keep it for the heals, so that didn't really happen here. But even though we use heal on our units, we just quickly restored the mana again. Since he produced the hero, I was able to get some extra mana from him, and now he's not even producing the Crypt Lord anymore. I think he has the resources for it, but he's not producing. And yeah, he has also lots of wood thanks to the Shredder. I also have lots of wood. We are already on 68 population, so that's a lot. Trying to keep the resources low all the time, so producing while fighting, some basic multitasking. He's also producing, but he's still sitting on resources a little bit more. He's not producing the Crypt Lord. And overall, yeah, I already started some buildings and he still had 100 upkeep, so I think the main mistake there was that he just made so many ziggurats. Of course, they are good for defense if you can upgrade them, but it was just a little bit of an overkill, and he just didn't have the army to support it. Plus only 1 hero, so I think that was the main mistake there. Also invested lots of defense into the expansion, then I just swapped bases, and before he could have set up a new defense on the main base, he already lost too much. Plus I made him spend even more resources by swapping the bases, so I think that was really good. I could have definitely also expanded during my push, that would also work, but as I said already in the previous videos, I like to finish it with this main push, rather than transferring to expansion and then some more advanced units. But yeah, in terms of units, it's 7 more units produced for him, so definitely, of course, once again, ghouls just being spammed way more, and I don't think the beetles count into this. It's not produced, it's just spawned. Even though I think it's the only unit in the game that actually doesn't have spawn time or summon time, so it doesn't disappear, but it's still a summoned unit. So it shouldn't be in produced units, but maybe it's in kills, plus we killed lots of skeletons and ghouls, so We had 20 more kills. That's really good. Once again, actually no, this is not items, that will be in heroes. This is buildings produced. He had 7 more. Yeah, he was spamming the ziggurats everywhere. Buildings raised, yeah, and largest army. He actually made it to the 50 here. Even though, I mean, yeah, he had 2 bases. If he would be actually fully gathering on them, I think even with all the ziggurats he made, he would still have enough resources to potentially fight me back. With some decent micromanagement, maybe swapping to some better units. He was making mainly ghouls and crypt fiends, but he didn't even go over 50. So even though he had 2 bases, I was able to create bigger army because he just spent the resources on other things, which just wasn't really efficient. Heroes, we had 1 more level on the main hero, 2 more levels on the secondary hero, and basically more than 2 times the experience. So this was really favorable for us. I think he farmed maybe all of these levels on the neutrals, maybe 1 more level against me, but we got 3 hero kills there. He didn't kill any hero. I even got more items finally in this game. I don't even know if he actually made the shop there. Maybe he didn't even have any skeletons because he didn't make shop and get the rod, but I'm not sure. He definitely didn't have it in the total beginning. But yeah, we got 2 more items in total. He also hired 1 mercenary there. I think that was the Shredder. And then resources, yeah, he had the expansion. He gathered like 2,800 more gold. Plus I lost, yeah, 657 upkeep. Also, we got way more lumber thanks to the Shredder. But overall, we just wasn't really able to utilize it, and we are both on basically 0 resources, so these resources were actually spent. It's not like he wouldn't be spending the resources from the expansion, but first of all, he didn't have maximum acolytes there for a long time, so he wasn't getting actually full value from the expansion, plus he just invested all of it into the buildings. It doesn't seem that crazy, just 7 more buildings, but you have to keep in mind that the ziggurat is much more expensive than my farms, that I also had a lot, of course, because they just give less population. And tech percentage, basically the same, 11 for me, 10 for him. That didn't really play any major role, even though I think I probably got some upgrades in the blacksmith in the end. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this game. Once again, actually pretty similar to the last one we saw. It was once again lots of ghouls, but this time he actually made the expansion. It was different heroes, so I think it was a little bit of a change, so I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, thanks for watching and take care.